Hi, this is Chris Whitko. We're here with New Leaf News, and I'd like to welcome Carolyn. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
So, what's going on in the world today? The world is going crazy. Have you heard about the Almond board and what they've done, the decision that they've made?
No, I didn't hear they made a decision.
Well, they made the decision last year in 2006, and it's kind of been what I like to consider like a secret kind of covert operation. And I've been trying to figure out why, but here's basically what they're doing. Is they've decided that all almonds need to be pasteurized. Now, people like us, we like our almonds raw, right? Do you have almond milk?
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's good stuff.
It's really good.
And we like it raw for various reasons.
Well, for all the enzymes, yeah. Well, also you want to soak them.
Want to soak them?
Yeah. So
and if you soak dead almonds,
well, you're just going to have dead milk.
The Almond Board of California, ABC, has ran their tests, and they say there's no difference between their pasteurized almonds and their raw almonds. And they did all this, I would say, in secrecy, only because the deadline for response was January 30th, and no one in the wellness, awareness, consciousness community seemed to have any idea this was even going on.
Well, I found out about it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah. So there's been like a little mini uproar, you know, in the grassroots kind of arena.
Right.
And you know, people are upset because they're trying to say that we can label. Now, this is really where it gets kind of suspicious. Is they've decided that it's legally okay to not have to say that it's pasteurized, and to legally call it raw.
They can't do that.
They're doing it. There's going to be some people that kind of know. But most people are going to have no idea. You're just not going to be able to get raw almonds anymore.
But it could say raw.
It's going to say raw.
Right. So yeah.
Yeah.
No one will know.
No one will know.
How sad.
No one will be wiser. So they almost got away with it.
And then what happened?
I don't really know what happened, but I guess enough people found out and said, wait a minute, how can you call something raw if you're going to pasteurize it? How can you do that? And they claim there's no difference. But they're not into maybe the spirit of the live food. They're just into
They just don't
testing.
understand.
Perhaps. But I think there's something more to it. And this is something I haven't read.
Conspiracy.
It's kind of something I read in between the lines.
Oh. Intuitive.
So here is what I think is going on. I found out that, you know how they're going to pasteurize these almonds?
No.
They're going to run it through some big old machine.
Well, that's what they do.
That's right.
Well, other than that, no, I thought maybe a specific.
Oh, no. It's just a big old machine. They got names, but who cares? The point is, though, these big old machines cost like $1.25 million. Now, a small almond producer.
So now, why did they decide to do this in the first place?
Oh, because there have been in the history of almonds 2 salmonella outbreaks. Two. And I found out that there are, what is it? I wrote it down. 40,000 cases last year of salmonella poisoning. We also know that if you soak almonds in hydrogen peroxide, you're good to go. Now, how expensive can that be? Hydrogen peroxide is not the most expensive chemical going on. And you just soak them and it just kind of...
But you could also just put a little of that in the water.
Exactly. But you could do that even before you ship them. I mean, I can't imagine that process being very expensive. But how much money can one make? So here's what I think. I think someone said, how much money can we make if, obviously, $1.2 million is a lot of money. Our little mom and pop almond grower is not going to have their own pasteurization. So all the almonds in the entire country are going to have to go through, right now there's only 10 listed places in the United States. Companies that can actually pasteurize your almonds.
And do you know who they are?
Well, they're listed on the Almond Board website. I looked it up. I counted them. There was 10 as of April. What is today? April 19th.
Yeah.
There may be more by the time you view this, but that just tells me $1.2 million for an operation setup. How much money is there to gain? There's probably a lot of money in this decision.
Well, I wonder who owns those companies, because maybe there's a little connection going on.
And what's the FDA and the USDA? They're getting involved, making it mandatory. This voluntary rule is now mandatory across the board. I think the whole thing's kind of fishy. It kind of smells. It smells like rotten almonds to me.
It smells something worse than that.
So, I don't know what's going to happen, but right now...
So you guys need to know about this.
Yeah, I think we need to know. I think we need to be aware that this is one small step perhaps, but I think it's an overwide trend of taking away good food from our consumption opportunity, taking away our options.
So, and then they can educate those people on, what we knew as the pyramid.
Right?
Right?
Yeah, the pyramid.
The old
Which
pyramid.
is now the multi-rainbow pyramid.
Well, yeah, they're still instilling the old
okay.
food pyramid. That's my point.
Oh, I see.
Instead of, the rainbow,
that's right.
the whole, see, they're trying to keep the rainbow. They don't want us to have the rainbow. They want the pot of gold to themselves and not
exactly
share
right.
the wealth of life and health. There
Crazy.
you go.
Maybe they're not necessarily in the best health themselves.
That's...
So how can you be conscious of being healthy when you yourself are
That's
not
key.
healthy?
That's key. You're right there. that's the
Hopefully.
key. Well,
Hopefully,
yeah.
if we give them, maybe we just need a good colonic.
A good colonic. Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Well, they pushed the deadline back from September 1st.
Okay.
It was August 1st, now it's September 1st.
Okay.
So they're already pushing it back a month based on the outcry.
Okay.
So maybe they'll push it back indefinitely. But how can we care about the earth when we're putting our own bodies in jeopardy? We're putting sludge into our bodies, and we're not really treating our bodies with the kind of love and attention that we need to do as well as the earth.